Hello, Dental World. So we're out here on site doing a visit, and I've had some you guys ask me about doing near concept buildings and builds. For instance, this is one. This one's open, got an open ceiling here. It's what we call open to the deck. So you see how they painted a portion of the ceiling black, and they do that. They find a line, and they paint a uniform all the way up. Obviously, they're not finished here. But you got a couple of things you got to keep in mind when you do this. So you see the silver conduit up there with the boxes, those octagon boxes. So those are going to be pendant lights. Of course, they're going to paint them black. But my point is, those are going to be pendant lights. You got to illuminate this area somehow, right? Because you don't have ceiling grid in here. You have to find a way to get the lights in. So these lights are what we call pendant lights. They're going to hang down from the ceiling, from the deck up there, and come down to, I don't know, roughly probably 10 feet or so, something like that. They'll be nice, they'll be decorative. That's how you light up an area like this, since you don't have a ceiling grid. How you cool this area, you see the spiral duct here, how it's painted black? And that's also to blend in here with the higher ceiling. Okay, so when you have a ceiling that's open to the deck like this, you have to have spiral duct or a nicer decorative duct. It doesn't have to be spiral, it can be square. And that's because it's insulated and doesn't condensate, as if you had just a flex duct or something here. It just wouldn't look right anyhow. So those are the kind of things, a little bit more expensive, but it looks nicer, right? So when you have your computer cabling and wiring and other stuff coming in here, it's all got to be up there early. It's got to be painted, because if not, you'll see it, you know, coming down or running across, and that doesn't look. It looks a little unsightly. That's if you have an open ceiling. Now, if we transition over here to the check-in, we have a grid ceiling. Typically, what you see in your dental office, right? Recessed cans, a grill for the air conditioner. You see a couple of our sprinkler head, right? So that's typically what you see, right? You only cool this area here. You're not cooling this entire area over here. I think this is 14 feet to the deck there. This is 9 feet. So you're not cooling all that extra area there. So this is what you normally see, and this is, you hide all the stuff up there. You don't really ever see all that business. Over here, we go to the hallway. They're gonna continue this open ceiling concept through the clinical hallway, going through the clinical door, past the pan, all the way up, again, open to the deck. You see how they painted, you see the octagon boxes up there, you see how they painted them. So you see the wire with the wire nuts, and okay, those are pendant lights. They're gonna have to hang down again, remember, because you don't have a ceiling grid in here, so you gotta have a way to illuminate this. They've already painted the conduits up there, so you don't see them. All you see is the lights hanging down, right? So that's how they do this. You come into the first treatment room right here, right? You see the ceiling grid again. They have a transition. They use the header to break up the room, to break the room up from the hallway into the operatory. They put the ceiling grid in here so they don't have to worry about, you know, if this was open to the deck, you'd have these walls go all the way up for privacy, right? So it could be private, but geez, ouch, you did that, right? So you don't want, you know, all that. So anyhow, they lower the ceiling in here, and they make it a little bit more manageable. Put the lights in here, sprinkler head. They got a cloud. They had to do something different with the cloud here because of these big storefront windows right here. So anyhow, yeah, and that's what it looks like. I mean, keep that in mind. You cool the smaller area, or you cool and heat bigger area. It looks nice. What's in your budget? All these pendant lights, your responsibility. They're decorative lights. You can let the contractor pick, but do you want contractor selected pendant lights in your nice open to the deck ceiling? That's up to you. Something to think about. See you guys in the next one. Gotta finish up.